Welcome back, and thanks for joining us in another tractor research and history video. Today's topic, the 8R John Deere. Normally we like to cover the older and more well-known tractors, and this will be the first time we're going with a tractor this new. We're going to be covering the specs on this machine, as well as comparing it to some other tractors out on the market. So with that intro out of the way, let's get into the video. John Deere would begin producing 8000 series tractors in 1995, with a goal to completely redesign from the ground up how the tractor looked and performed. These new tractors that were built would be the 8100, 8200, 8300, and 8400. These new machines in the mid-90s would replace the 4560, 4760, and 4960. So what do these original 8000 series and the 8Rs of today have in common? Well, let's look into it. Where we see one of the biggest differences is in the horsepower category. The 8Rs feature a horsepower range of 230 to 410. The biggest tractor in the original line of 8000 series was the 8400. This came in at 225 horse, which compared to the 8R nearly 30 years later would be the smallest in the line. John Deere would release the 8R row crop tractor in 2019. It'd be powered by a PowerTech 9-liter engine. The engine control unit, or ECU, uses intelligent power management. This senses the engine speed and load changes at a rate of 100 times per second, being able to pump out over 400 horsepower. This is the most that John Deere's got out of an engine in a row crop tractor. So what do we got for transmissions in this thing? A couple of the options are the EVT, the IVT, the 16-speed power shift, and the E23 power shift. The electrical variable transmission, or EVT, is a new option that replaces hydrostatic motors with electric motors. It's very comparable to the IVT transmission, just with more electrical components. Deere claims that these electric motors improve control and efficiency. With the EVT and the IVT, both allow you to dial in your speed to the most precise increment. Then we have the more common and familiar power shift transmissions. The E23 power shift offers 23 forward gears that are spaced at 15% apart. For going backwards, it's got 11 reverse gears that are spaced at 30% for speed change between gears. This transmission also features the John Deere auto clutch. This means when you want to stop, you can press the brakes without having to hit the clutch. And last up, the 16-speed power shift. This transmission is the most cost-effective, but also the most simple and reliable. There are 7 models in the 8R family, ranging from the 230 to the 410. One cool thing that Deere decided to do on these tractors was the model number is the rated horsepower, meaning that an 8R 280 would be rated at 280 horsepower. Some of the different variants inside the 8R collection would be the 8RT and the 8RX. The 8RT features the classic 2-track design, and this is where we can see a slight similarity between the old and the new 8000 series. John Deere released the 8400T in 1997, giving farmers the extra option. The 8RX machines feature 4 individual tracks, completely eliminating tires. The 8R tractors all feature a closed-center hydraulic system, which comes with 4 standard selective control valves, as well as the option to add 2 more. This hydraulic pump is able to put out 60 gallons per minute, but also has the option for the upgraded pump that puts out 84 gallons per minute. One feature on these 8R tractors that I was unaware of was the central tire inflation system. This gives farmers the option to inflate or deflate your tires at up to 2 psi per minute from the cab. The 8Rs weigh in at roughly 27 to 28,000 depending on the models, but can be ballast to go over 30,000 pounds. Now we're going to be taking a look at some of the previous models of 8000 series and what the new 8R ones replaced. A couple of the most notable ones are going to be the 8320R being replaced by the 340 8R and the 8400R being replaced by the 410 8R. These previous models of 8000 series ran from 2014 to 2019. For the comparison, we're going to be putting the John Deere 8R 340 up against the Case IH Magnum 340. For horsepower, we're going to be deadlocked at 340 on both of these machines. However, Case is getting that out of an 8.7 liter engine. For maximum engine horsepower, Case is going to take the win at 375 horse compared to the John Deere at 374. For price wise, I decided to look at the most base model tractor available. John Deere would win this battle, coming in at $566,717 compared to the Case at $586,766. One of the options that shows up as a requirement is in the emission side. This involves the DEF system, making sure that they're Tier 4, Stage 5 compliant engines. So I'm curious if you've ever been around these 8Rs and what you've thought of them. Let me know down in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit subscribe, as it really helps the channel out a lot. But with that out of the way, I want to thank you guys all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.